You're dead. Won't get away from me. Leo's nearby.
Ray's contract. Do you really think that...
Man, no wonder you're with Ray. Why should I talk to...
Well, excellent. Another desert fly landing here thinking he's found something for free. You're just lucky you aren't a berserker. I hate those forest rats. They're almost as much trouble as the clerics.
What do you have against berserkers?
Berserker, cleric. They're both trying to squeeze us out of Tavar. They want to take us out. One needs men, and the other wants our land.
Who wants your land?
The berserkers and their damn terraforming mushrooms, or whatever the fuck those things are. They want to make a jungle of everything. But we like it here. They can't just take our land and turn us into forest rats. I'm not letting that happen. I am William. I'm the Duke's cousin. The Duke is in charge around here, and I'm gonna make sure he stays in charge. We are outlaws.
Bullet needs reinforcements outside the gates.
Right. I should have figured he couldn't handle it. How many men does he need?
You need to get them 4 men. That's if you want that gate secured.
That sounds excessive. But you look like someone who knows their way around the wilderness. So I'll agree. 4 men it is. Tell Bullet he will get his reinforcements.
Who's the Duke?
You're new here. The Duke runs this place and all of Tavar. Which makes you a lucky man if you turn... That makes the rules here pretty... And the Duke is my cousin. Which means...
Outlaw.
Yeah.
Punishments, too.
Logan is my cousin. That means That means you do. The Duke...
Got it. Are you...
Only an idiot thinks they have complete... This is about stopping all the little crises becoming big ones. And I have one small crisis that I can use an outsider.
What do you...
I need someone who isn't on the raid. Some of them are pissed about. I need someone to...
About these... Who are...
There's Big Jim. He's... Chloe, she manages the Then there's... He calls himself the Scrap Baron. And there's Blake. They've all earned their place. All proven themselves
Tell me...
Big Jim. Only now he's beaten everyone who's... I've even heard rumors he's claimed... I always knew his... I should... Instead, I want you to fight in the... And make sure that you teach Big Jim a lesson before...
What...
Say, Blake is the only overseer who doesn't... He takes care of his own interests and does what people tell him.
What is the...
Mad Bob. He oversees the scrap deliveries. Only now there isn't any scrap coming in, and the desert might be dry of...
Speak to him and find out...
I'm afraid he isn't delivering because nobody will... But maybe it's something... If you can get Mad Bob to start making deliveries again, I promise that...
Tell me...
Chloe owns her cut of the takings. She knows she's lucky to have the... So I need an outsider to make her pay up. It's a little more... And I need someone who isn't scared Chloe will shut them out of the entertainment. Ask her for the shards. If you can't manage that, at least make...
I will...
That's... I run... Get things to... Well, the Duke doesn't... Let me know...
Look.
Then you... If you want to become an enforcer, you will have to... But to each who proves them, there comes armor and weapons.
What?
We don't take people. But yeah, getting rid of Baxter meant... So, prove yourself. You'll find none of the other factions
Or the...
or the Prophet. Not the Albs, they're separatist.
It's been a while. Maybe no one will recognize me.
And your expression tells me this is something serious.
One of my men was accused of causing trouble between the Hammer clan and the Eisen clan.
Yes, I'd heard.
Well, I've investigated, and it seems he was given just cause. He was set up.
Have you spoken to Angram?
Angram was behind it. He hoped by instructing Orin not to serve anyone from the Hammer clan, that he'd lure my people to join the Eisen clan.
He wants to play politics at a time like this? When we have Albs pounding at our gate? I will remind our dear friend that the laws put our common cause ahead of clan business. It is good you came to me with this.
Let me know if you need my word added to yours.
I will. We must remember that we are all berserkers first.
And clans second.
Teach me something.
Sure.
Good.
The fort is well prepared for defense. They're now...
And their state of mind?
They have similar numbers of people to you. It's true that they don't all agree, but...
Then I will need to think again about Tavar. I was hoping that they did. Tavar is always safer when it's fighting itself. Lead. Thank you. Oh?
Your outpost in
You've seen, or did, speak up now. Has the world...
It was just...
Our
Geralt has managed to hold the...
He is done. I will send... If we can hold that part of Tavar, then in only a few years that... Here. This should at least cover the supplies it took to bring me this in.
You have your report.
It is not an easy, but by the pilgrim, we... As he belted on from desert to forest. Are you gonna get them?
Go play with your tech somewhere else. It's forbidden here.
Yeah, I've been here before. I might have taken a few things and done a little questionable trading. Let's hope they have short memories.
Teach me something.
It's an interesting idea.
Teach me.
Yep.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
He's joined us, you know?
I don't have to listen to you.
I'll meet you again.
Getting drunk. That's where he'll be.
you should stock up on supply.
Needs a key.
There are reasons for us to come together.
Are you completely sure? I mean, yeah.
Someone's
what the
got to sort
fuck?
this shit out before we
I
drown
wish
in
my
it.
brother could see the dome here.
People are afraid of
He
that.
always loved this sort of stuff.
Just believe in it.
Welcome to
Belief
the where the
overcomes.
poor souls barred from the city stand and wait.
What do
We don't want it. We want, as the law says, those clerics are supposed to uphold the law.
Well, if it ain't Hunter, the Duke's been asking after you.
If you try.
No.
Well, seeing as you're. If he refuses to let you in, then come back and speak to me.
I need the shards. It's as simple as that.
Get something to drink first.
appears to be connected to another near the Hort in Ignadon.
Halt! No one is allowed into this.
You seem like a reasonable guy. Help.
With Zakor on our northern border, they're all, but they don't seem to be.
But have you heard anything about Alexiters traveling through Abess?
Yeah. Alexiter Calyx was reported to have headed north with. A few days ago. What's with. You go chasing them, you'll just find trouble.
I'm asking so I can avoid them.
Don't treat me like a rookie, so let me give you a warning. That approach is gonna get... You can't. We're full. We're short of... The full allocation of entry IDs has been given. Those outlaws have us stretched enough. I'm not saying, but until law and order is reestablished, we can't rip. You'll have to wait till all... Say, there's a bunch of others who can't get in who've taken up...
Halt! No. Well, the outlaws, berserker, cleric, being away from home, you'd think they'd care less about what fact. That makes keeping order. The outlaws are the worst. They don't understand rules or... You'll have to go to Gregor at the other... We aren't letting up. We're having... Well, talk to Gregor. All people are well, but that means all... There's a half-dozen outlaws hanging around outside the city at the old... They just want to get in to cause trouble. I mean, we got everyone settled down and living...
You want...
Whoa! I just want them to... You mean the threat on our doorstep? The camp?
I've scored some decent loot from these ruins, but you'd have to search for stuff.
Have you tried?
Yeah,
And?
I wouldn't be...
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again.
Just...
All right. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't... Not in...
What?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. Anyway, we're off the point. And I can give you a counterfeit but once you're inside there, I need you. That way, like I say, I can get you in. But you good? Does that...
Deep.
Good, right. You see, Wick has all... So before I can get you an ID...
Where is...
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone... You should look for him over to the north. Just look through all the houses. He should still be...
A few shards and all this will be easier.
Do you feel the same way?
People are afraid of that.
Don't ask me what that was about.
A few shards and all this will be easier.
Is every...
I don't know. You... Al...
State...
Yeah.
Stay here.
Yeah. So, that creature's down to me, is it? I'll take care of this one. Yeah, so me and you then. I'll do it.
Not like that.
Yeah, that's a ruin, all right.
Wick is dead, but
Dead? But Wick would do anything if it would mean him. Ah, well, give me the blank eye. So, done. One fake. Okay, wait a second. So, and this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, and do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him.
I don't even want to know.
Halt! Nobody... You mean that...
Halt! Known as...
I have...
Really? I thought I knew... And you were here asking about... So tell me where you... All right. I've got to be wary. Oh, and there is... First, stay away from the generators. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the... We can only keep peace in the city. That's what was laid down by the Great... And the Great Council gave the cleric... That means... So keep the peace while you're in. And that's it.
What?
Nothing, right. There was something building even before we left. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary. 2 men. Once in Alba, oh, they still hit ELEX. Just a matter of time before they turn... I don't know what they want in the city. I'd heard a bunch of them had set up a base. We weren't so busy here. Last thing we need is Zakor thinking we're harboring rebels.
What's...
Our suggesters are the if someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see us... But don't worry. It's a positive. Even so. Just go straight down the path and...
You...
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to... I'm not that well... Alois is the... You'll find him in the castle.
I heard...
Of course. Need a valid ID. It's important and that we can hold... We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in. Anyone who tries to get around without...
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here? And are you gonna get... Right. I can see you talk. They say they're here to keep things safe. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and not allowing anyone in or out of the city. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers...
Well, if there's going...
And you want me to give you that? Well, this is like being back in Tavar. People asking for things that... But yeah, if I suppose I... What's that? You expect me to trust you just... Why didn't he...
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen? Fuck it. At least this... Did Hunter give you...
Yeah.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here, you've helped a good cause.
Did I invite you? What is it you...
Who are you?
You first. There is something that is... No matter, I suppose. Even... I think Alps would be perfect people if they weren't so emotionless. But then... That's a lot. If you're really interested in my...
Sure, let's hear it. I'd like to.
Tell...
Right, I'll give you the full version. Well, the...
Just get...
Okay, So, I grew up in Goliad in Edan. My father and mother... Back then, Pajar ruled over Goliad. As a child, I had no interest in the laws, of course. But when I was about 12 years old, he took my parents, and I remember him. I remember my parents leaving. And... Well, nobody ever told me why they were exiled. I hate nothing against the Berserkers. I think what the Berserkers want to do with Magalan is right. But why was I punished for whatever my parents did? Why? I swore never to return. And wherever I needed to survive. It didn't take long for some reason. I don't want to... I was lucky, though. After several years, I learned how to fight. Life wasn't much different from Edan. But there wasn't the same raptor shit. The law. Because the Reavers who'd taken me captive came to the fort, and I think they wanted to take me back. I fled when they saw me. I didn't want to be taken back. When I left the fort, I ran into a... They convinced me to go to the Hort with them. Not that I really needed that much convincing. All those hours taking scrap apart and putting it back together in Tavar really paid off there. The clerics recognized that I was good with technology. So, I've been building things, trusted. And it's easier being with mechs, like this place. I know it's not perfect, but at least that's the vision. That's another reason to maintain, to protect what we have here. Be on your best behavior, all right?
You should think about leaving. Who's prowling around up there? I'm watching you. I don't have any time right now.
Even half of that is...
Hey, you.
Let me...
What? No, everyone. You got... I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Alps attack...
There...
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. So they pass us by like... Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people.
You...
I designed the plans for it. My name is Eric, chief engineer here in the dome.
Can this dome survive an Alb attack?
Of course. As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Some of the energy regulators are starting.
Malfunctioning energy regulator.
Of course they are. Outside of frying yourself if you try to adjust them. If we...
What?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy. The that means there's no way. Besides, the cliffs around. If just one regulator... Otherwise, the discharge it would create could kill a whole lot of the people, whether it's a discharge or an emergency shutdown. Well, all of them. I've sort of but Lutz hasn't received... I wanted to do it myself, but... So, you should go to Ignadon one day. You could be a good cleric. Yeah, I know, I left Ignadon. I have the... Please, take it to Lutz. Come back to me when...
Am I crazy, or is our...
Hey, you. I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator for the dome, right? Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going to need the right sort of friend, and...
Why do you want the regulator?
Haven't you noticed the tension here? All the anger and the plotting? It scares the hell... So I want a way out of here if things go wrong. I want to modify the regulator so I can drop a section of the dome and get out of it. Let me modify it. Then I'll give it back to you so you can get it to where it needs to be. You've got to see why I'd want a way out, yeah? So do we have a deal?
What's...
Profit is... I respect that. What do you think of... Then you've blown... And don't come back to me and ask for help when no one will let you out of here.
Did...
Flee? But to live in Tavar, you need shard. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's... Yes, for and those berserkers are the... One of those assholes killed my friend, for fun. Now that bastard is focused on... Even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Who?
Brawback. A bull of a bone.
About...
He's usually near the... Just follow your nose. Okay.
Trolls, mantises, raptors. It's crazy to travel out there. Leave your hands where I can see them.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there. I waited till they were busy with the next one, slipped out, and I was gone.
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck. That was pure skill.
You were lucky.
Yeah, well, maybe I got luck and skill. But what I haven't
now.
got is beer.
Not
Feel like
now.
one?
Yeah, sure.
Well then, follow me.
Keep your hands off me. Any accidents are gonna be dangerous. The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shit. Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us. And I'm the one who... Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until... Thank Kalan.
Yes.
Perfect, that looks great. Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric. You can tell...
Who knows what they're going to find in those ruins next?
You think you know what's going on? No one knows what's going on.
Felix out there for that.
Is that so?
I don't want anything to do with it. Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed.
He didn't
at how
deserve
long
that.
it
Frankly, they should be showing more respect.
You think you know what's going on? No one
Not
knows
again.
what's going on.
Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What?
Victor? Or do you? Because any... Well, imminent victory. Don't say the wrong thing now. You... Drink up. Here, my and now, tell me, or have you just been sitting on your ass, letting others fight the beasts of Zakor for? Ha! You have here. Fuck the berserk. They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later. Fuck that. You can have, and if you want to earn something for nothing, try those assholes, or just ask Riley. He knows it's time for him. It's about time someone bit. That lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the... I killed 5 parading around out there. Hardly those dipshits got... And now Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards, but if someone else were to shut him up, take care.
We're doing great.
It is all about serious
You can forget
personal
it, Drawback.
dedication.
I serve everyone.
They say that, but
Savior.
you know they collect
Hey,
Elix for
travel.
themselves.
Whatever your problem, I have what you need. News. Now, I presume you're talking about news. The future of the domed city is the only topic people are concerned about, right? There's been peace in here for years. I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault. It's all we... But who else do we blame? The berserkers? Now that every... roaring. Not many people aren't happy to pay. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get... speaking of which, I'll pay real...
Most people
Try, yeah. I'd rather you get the supplies honestly, but if you steal from those with nothing, what do you care? I still
So that
serve you,
didn't
even
work.
though the other people complain about it.
Talk, that's all he is.
There's nothing for you here, so why don't you just leave?
I saw you.
You saw...
I saw how you came through into the dome. Who are you? Why were you allowed in? Fuck. What is this, an invasion? Can't you all just go back to Zeko? Well, you'll find more of your kind, but you can go and do whatever it is you Albs do together. None of you will be... But before you go... We came here for peace, to escape the war. How long will... You think they will if they know all their escapees are coming here? Idan? At some point, if they learn that Albs are sheltering here, then they might attack. And you can tell me whatever you want about us having the same. But you really expect me to believe you Albs are going to choose us? I don't care that people vote to let you in. If it was up to me, we would... Who? Caleb. I lead the Berserkers who've chosen to settle here in Abessa. We have kept our beliefs, but left behind the laws. Well, none of us are allowed to return to Idan now. As to why they came here, well, the first settlers were sent to Abessa to plant a... But they were cut off from Idan by the Albs, left on their own to survive. And after a while, the warlords in Goliath weren't happy. And since they settled here, others have joined us. Some are escaped exiles. Yeah, and you know what? I have already started to make it happen. It's easy to find ways to show you people have broken the rule, but hey, I have a way you could do as a service. Are you prepared to... What do you... I need help. We have an eyewitness who claims to have seen the Separatists exchanging traitor... What? The Berserker Jorg saw Fenk meet... Why would they meet if it wasn't to exchange information? Sadly, Jorg is the only one who's seen Fenk. And now he started saying he isn't sure he really saw Fenk. So I have to jog Jorg, or make sure he stops denying what he said. There has to be a way to do that. No, never. You can't trust these... I'm telling you, this is...
I can make...
You can't? Do you think you can make Jorg stick to his original? It's for the... So how about you go to Jorg and encourage him to believe it can never be said again that... Are you looking for something?
Hey.
Yeah.
I thought so. I saw you come through the gate, you see? Anyway, I want to ask, have you been to Idan recently? To the Berserkers' city of Goliath, to be exact. A good friend of mine.
Who?
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the manor. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother, Grimar, from the Alb Converter. Do you know what happened?
No.
No? Then...
Tell me.
Me? I was a worker. You know, I extracted ELEX from old machines so it could be I always wanted to join the Hooded Crows, and my parents forbade me from trying. Not that any... And that's what got... I stole mana from the and I got my... I'd seen the Dome City when I was sent on patrol, so when I left... Well, it's pointless asking me. You would have to join the Berserk. I won't teach that, but I don't know if I can recommend that. You will have to decide who you...
You don't scare me. Your although, do you usually spend... You do? There are few We could use more people who speak for us. They're free people. Melon.
I'd heard things were rough there, too.
Fuck all of them. I hope they drown in their own shit.
Wow, that was a serious waste of time.
I've heard a lot about that. I'm not sure I believe it. You ever think about how things might have been before the comet?
Well, well.
Hey. Yes, Frank. It's me, Jax.
I heard they shot you down. But if you're here, does... We've broken free from Zakor, from being slaves to ELEX. Would you be... Good. We have to stick together. They will doubt us until the day... I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, it's the only way anyway. It is good that the Berserkers are all ready. We need the protection offered by this. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. And the Albs and Zakor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and your...
What?
Jorg is a berserker. He's accused us of spying. He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But they have already thrown one of our group out of the city. We are no friends of the Albs and Zakor. Good. It is best to... Caleb is already attempting further argument, but it is Jorg's statement that has put us in danger. If people believe we are working with the... But if Jorg confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer... That is exactly what we are.
Well, I, for one...
You aren't alone. This city is a place of freedom, but all the outlaws, the clerics, say they are neutral. The berserkers, they don't seem to know. I think people say that we are all here.
What?
Fucking Albs. It cost all of us.
Wow, that was a serious
Are you
waste
here to
of
seek
time,
shelter?
wasn't it?
This area is there's nothing here for Reaver.
What's wrong with you? Have I done something to piss you off?
Call it experience, but those in need and those willing to help don't normally question my motives.
What?
This is a place away from the war. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that.
So there's no fact.
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in... Damn, this is like being back in I don't answer to Edan. And these people... I stand as their protector against any... My only connection to Edan is my magic. I would... Exiled? There are those in Edan who want to use my Ever since my power, they changed me. Their mana changed. I'm becoming stronger.
If they...
I do, but sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. The warlords wanted to now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of ELEX, to learn more about it. Use? There's a word I've heard too.
I could help.
What do you know of what I mean? ELEX marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. You have its mark on you.
I took ELEX.
Took it? You were fed it? You were an Alps. Well, it seems we have something. We've both been fed ELEX and what? And neither of us know what that means.
What do you...
And what exactly is...
I am going to end this war, and I'm trying to put together...
And you think I'll take part?
In return, I will help your quest to find the... You said yourself, the longer you are here, the longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really...
Even if that's true.
I was an elf. I know ELEX, and I know men. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control... And I know what it's like when all...
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. I'll wait by the main gate. You should stock up.
I will meet...
Just don't keep me waiting.
Yeah, good job. You think you know what's going on? No one knows what's going on.
Don't take it personally.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? You go around admitting that? And you still...
Let's...
Yeah, I can... You anything to... Why are there so many of you? Yeah, probably not. But as far as I see it, the way... I mean, otherwise... Here, smoke one with me. I have the...
What do you have to...
Troll dung? Rat? Snort it? Smoke it?
Forget it.
Well, from time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look. But if you won't, then... That done? You see some real business. A proper and the Duke thinks they're... And he thinks the Dome City could be the... So, my job is to find out if he's right.
What if...
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not...
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find... Now, I can see in your eyes that you aren't simple enough to believe.
What do you...
All that you have to do is get some answers out of... His name is Lutz. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if they do that, then come...
You know, helping the Duke out is probably a good idea. He gets kind of pissed when he finds out you didn't.
How many...
Enough. The Duke is general.
Why do you...
Because he's the guy. He must have heard, and he's more likely to talk. I need to...
Those shit me because I'm pissed at how...
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what... Someone must have been making a joke. So you can just... The free rations! But you're not here for that, are you? Then I'm sorry. It's just... Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. Why can't people just... No. Those days are gone. I left, but when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, and whatever Caleb... But now, no. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back... Did he? This whole thing between Caleb and... I shouldn't have said anything. Oh... My version. I told Caleb in confidence that I saw Fenk meet an Alb out... Could have been a separatist, but I didn't see any more than that. But he convinced me that the Alb Fenk met must have been from Zakor. But I have no real idea who he was.
About?
Do you have any idea what I should...
Go to the clerics and tell them you made a mistake.
I can't do that. And for all I know, Caleb is right. What if Fenk actually is...
I was in...
You? You don't look like an Alb.
Because I am free from ELEX. You can trust me.
I know. I've always found Fenk quite straightforward, which is rare amongst the people. You're right. I've done Caleb's bidding without question far too long. I'll go to the clerics and speak up for Fenk. You've helped me decide. Thank you. I will go to the clerics and do the right thing. I don't want someone to be thrown out of the city because of me. I have to go.
That is pretty suspicious. We need to sort things out with those traders and get more supply.
You managed to get Jorg to it. That is... It seems we can trust in the cleric's justice after all. Your service should be rewarded. That is half of my daily ration. I hope it is enough to show thanks.
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you take.
Lutz has the energy regulator.
Good. I thank Kalan for... The dome is...
What kept you?
I'm here now.
So you are. And are you planning on telling me where?
Okay.
You've done a lot. Or...
And we're not going...
Don't worry, I know how to use one of them. Now can we talk about my... I can feel the presence.
Like the...
You don't need any special powers to feel the ELEX there. No, I'm talking about unrefined ELEX. When it's raw, I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits of unrefined ELEX.
How?
When the comet impact spread ELEX into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe, but it is collected and concentrated in some places. I have felt the vibrations, the presence. The first deposit I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa. I can show you. I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel ELEX like...
Your senses are better than Al.
Come with me. You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across. But when it is processed by the Albs, the ELEX, it becomes... The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the ELEX that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there is... To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure ELEX.
All right.
It's not far from the city. Follow me. There is a vast amount of ELEX flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, ELEX has been seeping into... That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the ELEX is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. You did well. I'm better at sensing ELEX than any person I know, but there are mutants with the same ability. I should be careful in case the ELEX deposit has attracted them. Here a long time ago. Conversation, politics, they're just distractions.
Yeah.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
Teach.
Yeah.
bought me the goods. I mean, that's why you're talking to me, right? Want? Goods! Goods! What the hell is what? How am I supposed to
You're a
I was. Because you know what a trader needs?
These are desperate times.
No, the caravan that was bringing them went straight through Ripper. Guess how that goes. The men are dead, but the goods are sitting out. Unless some outlaw's taking them back to the. Oh, fuck it. This was supposed to be my payday. But if you help me, it still could.
How?
With the trading. That would open the door. So, what do you Head northwest, then follow the. Yeah, finally.
Halt, straight. You're walking on the only people allowed in here are clerics, recruits, or...
The clerics say they lead the free people, yet here they are closing...
Suck it up and live with it, Berserker.
Where?
You are in the repository of Magellan's knowledge. Sorry, I thought I made that. You can only enter the Hort if you are a cleric. No. Find a suggester who considers you worthy. Perhaps you've not met one because they don't get... But if you want to look, try Raynor.
Where?
There is currently a 4-month waiting period, so unless you find...
Here.
I'm going to pretend you didn't try to offer me. That sort of thing might work in Tavar, but here in Ignadon, although accepting shards is forbidden, but if you could take... And perhaps...
You have it.
Good, right. I can't talk about this now. There's an Unless you've got any questions about the Horde I could answer for you, then you can go in. You won't find Kalan. You should know that anyone bringing initiates into the Horde will be... All initiates must be clear of mind. Chems are forbidden. And all who are clear of mind must hear Kalan's words. We've taken losses in our battle with the Albs. And now... Which is crazy. If we fall, then who is going to stop the Albs sweeping all... Those who wish to join us must come to the Hort to train. That's it. Briefing over. You are free to move...
Who's it?
Our adjudicators. You will find them at the rear of the... They are served by the Paladin, and all who are here follow... The Hort holds and protects old world knowledge. We, the clerics, our mechs hold... I hope we can find more people to stand and fight beside them.
Do you offer?
Just go through the stairs by the...
The clerics think they were blessed by their god. What sort of a god would make you live here?
You don't like it?
This place seems to want to devour all natural light. And with light fades life.
Seriously? Where did they... You look like you've walked through the whole album. Here. Just don't...
Thank you. We must all work together.
Yeah. It's night reaching out. It's the old...
thing.
Manners, too. From now on, though, you'll have to fit in. It might not be tasty, but it'll... The daily rations are free for our happy...
How long?
I was assigned here when the last food technician said... It wasn't my first choice, but the job came with a promotion, a safe posting, and a
Do you...
Yes. It was join a faction and stay... Yes, there are some issues. Some of our order are a bit strict to the point of being an ass.
Well,
Ignadon's rocky soil isn't... So, we have to supplement with nutritionally balanced, designed for body...
what?
That question's way above my rank. But you're right. Maybe I know some people on the out... They could trade... Yeah.
What?
Because I want... That means finding someone who... Do you think... This will... I don't want guns waved around, but if you really... They put together survival packs with fresh meat in them. They're hunters. Anything we can get to supplement what the foraging you... So talk to them.
Where are they?
They've set up a makeshift camp southwest of Hort. See what they need, and if we can make this a long-term arrangement... I can up... But you will have to wait 24...
What?
Of course.
Whoa! It's not safe around. Otherwise, you'll end up... Just be careful. Yes, those rocks weigh a hell of a lot. But don't let me... I've got to get back at it. I'm reckoning it...
You...
I am?
I can't sleep at night for my excitement over
Ha! Yeah, yet... Here, take this. Oh, I found that out by the crater. Nice peep. Hope you like... Here, we are... While there are those who tend to let... There's not a drone, fighting machine, or regulation hair clip that's not... And feed the production lines. They tried to fully automate the process. They claim it's too tricky for robots. I think it's just too tricky for the programmers. They assumed mining was easy and so... Well, producing enough for the front line is the Hort's first priority. Besides, there's more to... Not that the people they send here are always better than machines. Cross a suggester and there's a good chance you'll... But maybe you're not a... Maybe, but outside of... Listen, don't get me wrong. That should be enough to make it clear I don't have anything against you. That said, maybe I can think of a way... I want Eli to disappear. He's a prisoner. And now the suggesters are saying they can... And I am telling you, the guy...
What?
I saw it in his eyes. There was nothing but blank hate there. It's hardwired into him. They ain't gonna erase that with suggestion. He is going... He needs to be taken care of before he kills people.
What?
Oh, they can be successful. I've seen enough people turn up here like drones at... And taking a chance with him is taking a chance. Besides, I don't want him hanging around here as a cleric. No, someone needs to get him. Then someone can kill him outside the hole.
And you want...
I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm sorry to put you in this position, but the words have been said. Watch yourself around.
Listen to me, disciple of Kalan. All who have faith will be saved. And carry Kalan in your heart. Let yourselves be his instruments. Kalan's strength lies in purity. And so, welcome to the... Your presence here can only mean that... Open yourself to this... You dedicated... Act in his name. When Brother Rayner found me, I was blind to... Rayner built me now. In hope that those words can be the salve. So I invite you to stay here. Before the comet burned the face of man, he received the teachings of Kalan in wisdom. They must reject the distractions of... Each must seek the purity of it. And so, Kalan, but they would not... Now, only the pure will be... We must...
Where is Kalan?
Up to where knowledge... There, we will truly see the path to enlightenment is difficult. Look inside yourself, and take my word. Do not allow yourselves to be led astray by the temptations of ELEX.
Stop! Where do you think you're... You are here at the Chamber, the Palace of Sin, and you walk... Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that... So, if anything will push back the power of temptation...
No. Not me.
I acted against Kalan. I must face my punishment.
No. Not me. I won't. Kalan will save me. Sin. No.
Those self-righteous, they should all rot. Every last... And you, don't tell me you're planning on joining. Just get me the fuck... These bastards are...
You're obviously not here willingly.
No shit. I was kidnapped, so they could try and but they won't get me so easily. They said we attacked one... Total bullshit. Anyway, they wouldn't listen. They dragged... But their bullshit didn't take. Tavar. A bunch of these assholes... These idiots I was with were too busy... They ambushed us out there and then...
But you did...
Plan? Not yet. I won't let them turn me... But I hope he can see what these clerics say about... So...
I know the dangers, but it's very wrong for him to be...
Yeah. Wait until they try to do... Then you'll be... Come back...
What is it you want?
What?
Here, we bring for only an honorable death. Only an honorable death. And so, I bring on...
This is...
Think what you want, Berserker. But you will see what happens when you stand before...
And I thought exile...
only those with a pure body, a focused mind, and a strong spirit will be saved by Kalan.
Then the Horde is safer. Here, if a suggester starts trying to get out of you that you had a part in it, that might not be enough, but I can't do any...
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot, and you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance.
You're right.
Ha! You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst, they want logic, straight answers. They forbid any... I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you... Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I... Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, unless you just believe what... But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. Have you ever heard of the... Oh, yeah. He's the founder... Well, sure. Okay. But he was born about 200 years ago, we think. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people in... The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how ELEX could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside, and when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven, to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
think about it.
Good. Great. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Horde. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
Teach me something.
Yeah? You know you shouldn't be here, right? What are you doing here?
The prophet Ovid warns of the apocalypse that will come.
Any asshole cop will be sent.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons. And I have to look after my stocks. We're low on resources here. I can't go wasting them on thieves. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the arm. Only those who have... Oh, right you are. I'll...
built this must have believed their civilization would last forever. We must learn if we are to avoid suffering the same fate as them.
Yes? Any information about the other...
The people in the Dome City seem to want...
I think they're short of supplies and feeling lost. The war has displaced a lot of refugees into Abessa, and there's a... Thank you.
I visit...
The Horde? So?
They're prepared, well-disciplined.
I had heard they were recruiting.
Their attention is focused largely on the Alps, but they haven't forgotten the other factions. I think they're...
At least they seem to have... Thank you for... You have... Once you have made your pledge, you will be... Clerics, Albs, outlaws, all will see you. So it shall be. With honor, with faith, with hope. You... It has been many years. We found protection. From here, from desert. With our magic, we have held. We have stood against the foe. But none of us can achieve this alone. The time has come. He came to us as a stranger. The law of the Berserker. We are... And...
That was great.
You shouldn't rely on machines. Listen, friend. It could take years. The only way to get early promotion would be to get all warlords to agree. Until then, you will carry out your duty, prove yourself, and if you inspire others to speak, there are many who seek promotion. You can start by finding he is in the... Tell him I need him for a special task.
What?
He was exiled there, and Gunnar is a... He earned the rank of Paladin. I am certain he can... So go.
Where?
He is supposed to report to the ruins below the... I admit we just haven't had the...
Go play with your tech somewhere else. It's forbidden here.
Ah, and did Ragnar tell you?
No.
Very well. All berserkers must begin in the field. Tend to the plants, work the soil, All our crops are needed. Report to Boar. He's the overseer in the seedling field. He'll
Teach me.
Sure.
I hope it's a sign. Stay. Sleep.
What?
As I have already, as Amric said, that from where? So, the work, well, that is supposed. That we have yet to understand. Though we do, those who cast magic will tell you that while the elves lose their emotions closing, it is the power of mana that you can see that in Goliath. We don't, and we use a lot less. Most. ELEX corrupts people. Last week, at this. I don't know, but ELEX is food only. Feed it to a man, I think, but thinking isn't. The searches for him and the ELEX.
Maybe.
Well, the guards tried Ragnar's stronghold at the top of. Kral spent a lot of time, while the guards might have been there already. Glad.
Yeah.
What good?
Sure.
glad. You will be a... Don't let me... I know you...
I don't intend to be a cultivator for long.
Ambition is nothing without action. And that it must be... Learn those I'm worried that Goliath's Master of Duties may have forgotten his... The taxes Zerwas has collected. I hope there's a reason for this. Follow him. Do that, and I will give you... Oh, good. Get close to him, but be inconspicuous. I need you to eavesdrop on his conversation, and listen well.
Consider it.
Then go. Why are you playing around with that tech here? You must know it's banned.
What?
Zerwas, how much is it this week?
100 per person. Times are hard.
Harder when you're at this end of the collection than yours.
You think I'm exempt from paying tax?
You tell me.
There are 3 of you, right? That'll be 300 shards.
300? Used to be half that.
And the Alps used to stay in the snow and ice and leave us alone.
The Alps don't charge me taxes.
What do you want, Zerwas?
Only what's due under the law.
I don't remember Amric's teaching screwing berserkers out of 100 shards a week.
Then you should thank the Pilgrim you don't have to sit through reading Amric's thoughts on economics.
Is anything sacred to you?
been told you want to join the Eisen clan.
Yes? Did Angram send you?
Yes, he did. He asked me to give him my personal opinion about you.
And you spoke in my favor.
I will say, Henrik is a man of good financial understanding. Or at least, I will, if we can come to a good financial understanding.
200's all I've got.
Then 200 thank yous it is. And welcome to the Eisen clan. I'll return to Angram with your recommendations straight away.
Zerwas, you collected those outstanding taxes?
All 400 shards. Oh, and Henrik accepted your request to join the Eisen clan. He says he's delighted.
I'm glad to hear it. 400 shards. That covers all the payments?
Yes, we're up to date now.
As you say. Thank you. You may go. Zerwas has returned and given me the money he collected. He said he collected 400 shards. Is that all he collected? Or has he tried to cheat me?
He lied. He collected more.
To steal is bad enough. But justice must follow. You have carried out the... I must see that Zerwas faces judgment. He will be dealt with. But this isn't your concern, eh? You did what you have...
Yeah.
We should not rely on machines.
Teach.
Yet.
I'd like...
Pick your arm.
that tick to the pit. It should be disposed of. Take that tick to the pit. It should be disposed of.
Yes.
Good. The seedling fields are the heart of everything we do here. You were sent to me. Good. We have a real problem with weeds in the seedling fields. If it takes hold again, we could lose the whole crop of... Look for the weeds around the small waterfalls. Make sure and listen carefully. Take them directly to the trash pile to...
The future of Magaland grows here. Our fragile hope.
What do you...
I pulled out all the weeds.
And you brought them here? Well, I love plants, but gralla root? I wish...
Yes.
Directly to the trash pile, direct. The heap is on the left side of the cultivator house. Please take the weeds and put them on the pile there so they can be burned. With your knowledge of plants, I think it's best that you stay away from the fields from now on.
That's the gralla root dealt with.
Oh, good. Thank you. If only removing them all were so simple. Here. If I ever need any help again, I will be sure to let...
Damn technology! Take it to the pit!
Excellent.
Tell me.
Normally, a berserker has to work on the fields for some time. You could do good work here. But So...
Will you recommend me for...
Yes. You can tell Ragnar that as thanks for your service... You know technology is forbidden by law here.
Krall's diary. No sign of the man. Last entry. First the ELEX devours him. Now it devours... But I have no choice. If I don't act now, then death... So, perhaps we can live in this house of the dead.
What are you doing here? You should leave. Yes, just go.
They aren't always...
That thing.
Where did you find?
By the balcony of Ragnar's stronghold. Krall.
Then he has picked the... I don't know anyone who would go. It is a place.
I'll go.
Very well. You will find the mausoleum in the area outside Goliath. That is... Tread carefully, though. People are telling stories.
What are you doing here? You should go.
You're Krall, the guard from the Mana Shrine, right?
Yeah,
You've come looking, and you came running, did you?
We're not here to fight, right?
Who said? You know how much ELEX sells for? Lots of people want to. What's that to? I've not seen you. How can I be?
You can't.
No.
Use your chance to get out of this, or leave it.
Who says there's any... ELEX, it's worth a lot.
You wouldn't be...
Maybe I like mausoleums. Go on. I am... Have you met the...
No.
That is my... The Albs captured him, and they were going to throw him in. He escaped somehow. I don't know how he survived. But whatever that means, if he goes without it for any time, then he's in pain. He's my brother. And sometimes... He's my... I know he's still in there somewhere. I can't... I'm controlling it. I'm weaning him off it. I keep going. When he's better, I'll go. Until then, I can't. Yeah, great. What will you say?
I'll say.
Dead should answer the question. They won't look for it. Maybe. I can explain that. If I go back in the future, I hope I can go back to go after him. I have...
with that thing.
I found...
That his crime has been paid for. Did you find...
No.
I feared as much. No doubt. Thank you for your efforts. You achieved more than the guard. Something has occurred to me. I need someone less conspicuous. You see, I need some answers. But if suspicion sticks and people can start to see. So, that, you see, there is a cultivator by the... But there has been a change in him of late. I would like you to speak to him.
What do you...
Well, that's the... You see, Ulrich has continued with his tasks. He is...
How can I find...
Just talk with him. See if he is someone who loves what he does. You should have no trouble. But maybe that's it. Maybe, whatever it is, he served us well, and if there...
That wasn't a good move.
So, you're
happy? I've got the most important job in Goliath. Hey, not that these little baby seedlings are world hearts yet. But now Boren's had the mana to world hearts. Proper world hearts. Yeah. Galdrim is pretty strict about how the plants are grown and what you do. You think the first cultivators just stood and watched things grow? The first mages just waited for magic? No, they yeah, I mean, if we can't grow many world hearts, maybe we should try growing them differently. Maybe we could, which is crazy. I mean, imagine what we could do. And not just to seedlings. If man... He's a good boss. He cuts me some slack, gives me some time of my own. That gives me a chance. Just the youth, the mute, the low success, the occasional bit of grief from the boss. I don't know. I mean, Berserkers have been studying them since... I heard they were going to destroy it because it was, you know, a mutant plant. They've been learning how to cultivate more world hearts since...
It sounds like...
You know, yes, I do. I want to see the seedlings live. I want to see more world...
How do you...
And that's just the seedlings. There've not been many experiments on people since some narrow-minded warlord banned. If feeding mana to plants in these doses can make world hearts, what would happen? Any experiment. It's going to take someone to show... Well, I was the ELEX, the normal ELEX. So I thought, what if we did that with mana? I mean, it's been, and if it makes us stronger, like the... So I extracted the juice from a seedling and...
Don't your...
Yeah, I suppose, but you can't... I've got to wait to try again. One more dose, maybe two, and I'll become something else.
One more
mature seedling, and I could solve... I can show everyone the way. We can win this war. All this can be over. You believe me, right? You will get... I should go now.
Did you find...
Yeah.
Good. Those idiots from the Hammer Clan. How can they think that that was a good idea? Well, now, I must see...
Not bad.
know Ray.
Who isn't? There's a whole crate of shards on it. You don't know there's a contract out on him? I thought...
Do you have one of those
Eh? Oh, you want to play rough, do you? You really want to try that? Fair.
That was pretty lousy.
I'll get you.
This elevator takes exiles down into the valley. Many who took that journey never returned. The Valley of the Damned, they call it. Not good. Not good at all.
This must be Gunner. This must be Gunner. I'll have to... So, where are those Alps? No. Too easy.
In the light of the panic that has broken out in the last few hours, the corporation will provide you with emergency transport to bring you and your family to safety. I don't like saying it, but there is a high chance that law and order will break down completely as soon as the real truth is learned. There won't be many survivors, but the corporation will make sure that you are amongst them.
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
Good. Winning Angramo, it seems.
Gunner?
Why?
I found...
Oh, the people. No waste. Thank you for bringing me this.
About my...
You shouldn't rely on machines.
In the light of the panic that has broken...